What's going on, dudes and dudettes? So, yes, a real quick RIP to ex-Heisman winning trophy winner from USC, O.J. Simpson, who died earlier today, Thursday, with his battle with cancer. Yes, he did live pretty crazy, turbulent life after his football career, but yeah, I guess we could still think of the better memories before that, but it's hard to even talk about him without having to bring up his checkered past. So either way, it does suck for him and his family with their grieving process. But yes, I guess we'll try to move on here. And then now the Duke player who's in his third year, is going to be in his third year, Tyrese Proctor. The Australian has decided to return back for his third year, which is pretty cool. Obviously, within the next day or so, we'll probably hear for some more news about the other guys, most likely Filipowski, Jeremy Roach, anybody else if they're entering the transfer portal or the NBA draft as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool that Proctor's coming back. I thought he would have been ready to go after his second year, but just dealt with an injury, then didn't really come back 100%. And even in that final game in the tournament against NC State, I think he threw up a goose egg with 0 points. So he definitely probably wants to come back and redeem himself. But yes, hoping he can stay healthy and, work on a jumper, because he can shoot threes here and there and kind of use his size, but I think he definitely needs to use it a bit more, work on a mid-range game and try to finish more inside to get more foul shots. So we'll see what he can improve on, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what type of, leadership and experience he could bring next season with that top highly rated freshman class coming in. And then one of the newer freshmen that USC got on the football side, one of the offensive linemen, Jason Zandamela, apparently is going to be entering the transfer portal this afternoon on Thursday. So that was pretty weird to see, just because it's only been basically one semester, and I guess he's already homesick, according to some reports. Even Lincoln Riley wouldn't say publicly exactly why he was transferring, but he did kind of throw in a little dig there at the end of his comments, saying it's not really that hard to want to be a USC Trojan. So he understands what people have to do and want to do and need to do for their sake and their career, but it would be tough to pass up a spot on this roster. But he still also said too that there's hundreds of guys who are dying to be in that one roster as well. So he expects to go into the transfer portal to most likely get another guy to help out with that depth on the offensive line. So we'll have to check out and see what ends up happening there. And apparently Caleb Williams is attending the draft live. It's pretty obvious he's going to be the number one pick, and usually the number one pick ends up going to the draft and being in that room, be able to be filmed pretty much the whole time, get interviewed, and then go on that stage first overall. So congrats to him. And I know PFF recently put out how many schools have had the number one overall player selected from their school, and USC is already at number one with 5 players selected number one overall, I believe. I know most recent was probably Carson Palmer. Before that, maybe it was Keyshawn Johnson before my time as a true USC fan. But yeah, they've had quite a bit in their most recent history, and they're obviously going to add another one in Caleb Williams. So just to be able to put themselves a little bit higher on that list, which is going to be pretty nice. Then two of the big-time 2026 defensive linemen, a 5-star and a 4-star, are going to be visiting USC before their official visit. They're going to come during that spring game on April 20th in a couple weeks. It's both Jakeem Stewart, the 5-star, and Bryce Perry Wright, the 4-star in the class of 2026. And like I said, yeah, they're going to be on visit again to USC, and then they will be coming back the next month or so in June, I believe, during one of those big bashes as well. So yeah, they're doing a lot of the fight on symbols and saying fam on Twitter, and Julian Lewis, the top quarterback, is reposting a lot of their stuff too. So hoping to get all these guys in USC's 2025 recruiting class. That'd be cool. I know like these two guys are in the 2026, but I remember we talked about Stewart maybe wanting to reclassify to 2025, so we'll still see if that ends up happening. And On3 did put out that USC has 5 players that are within their top 100 total commits, which is pretty cool. Obviously, Justice Terry is the highest. At quarterback, Julian Lewis, Isaiah Gibson, Hilton Stubbs, and Matai Tagoai, the linebacker. All guys are 4 stars or 5 stars and higher, which is pretty cool. So hoping to add a couple more talented guys to this roster. Because like I said, On3 has USC's class at number 3 overall. And I think if you look somewhere else, they're maybe like 5 or 6. But On3 knows what's up. That's why a lot of the best Trojan fan sites and people who run like We Are SC work with On3 as well. And USC has been impressing one of the top 2026 edge players in Dutch Horisk. He's from St. John Bosco, local player out here in California. So yeah, it's been very good to see that he's been highly impressed with USC and still in contact with them quite a bit, and most likely will be coming by on that spring game and a couple more other visits unofficially before he takes one next year officially. So yeah, it's definitely very excited and hoping that he does end up on the roster in 2026. And then there were a couple more basketball guys that are mentioned with USC. There was, I think it was like the number 21 overall player in the 2025 class, a 7-footer center in Malachi Moreno. He recently has a USC visit coming up. I know they haven't had much good history with guys named Malachi as of late, but he is a very talented guy and very tall dude as well. Very versatile. So yes, we'll see if he ends up coming and committing to USC soon. Then there was a George Mason 4-star, according to his transfer profile, power forward in Keyshawn Hall, who recently put USC in his Final Four, so that was good news to see. And he's also a guy averaging like 16.6 points a game as well, playing with George Mason. So like I said, once again, they're going after a lot of these guys who are averaging around 15 points and plus. So yes, hoping to score a bunch of points over there at the Galen Center this fall. And it looks like the New Orleans Pelicans are going to be expected to let the Lakers keep this 2024 first round pick. It's one of the last ones that's still part of that Anthony Davis trade, which is like every other year. So now this would be the last one, but they decided to take it in 2025 instead, when they expect the Lakers to be worse. Because as of right now, the Lakers will end up barely making the playoffs, and they'll have a pick way past like 15 or 16 overall, depending on how far they go. But yeah, all people have talked about was that this draft class isn't that great, and even if the Lakers do somehow end up keeping that pick and trying to select a player, it's like you're kind of getting the crap end of the stick, as they say, because a lot more of the talented guys in a very limited class will be selected already in the lottery. In my opinion, you could probably get a good and nice player, but I'm expecting the Lakers to end up trading this pick and using it to get another star on this team. Pretty sure they're going to rework LeBron's deal, and that's going to make it still a little bit tougher to even do that, but at least having another first round pick to put out there and trade should be able to help them out. So looking forward to that. And then the ex-Duke player Jalen Johnson recently returned for the Hawks from injury, and he recorded his first triple-double, which was nice in his career. He had 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists as well. So that was pretty cool to see. Congrats to him, and hopefully a couple more coming in the next couple years. Then Grayson Allen was awarded an award from, I don't know if it's just from the Suns, because it's named after a Sun, so it must be like some of their own awards they hand out for their team. But it was the Marley Hustle Award, and I'm sure that's for Dan Marley, who's an ex-player when like Charles Barkley was there with the Phoenix Suns. So he won that award, which is pretty cool for him. Obviously, he's been one of the better players on that team, even though they have 3 superstars on the team. He's definitely one of the more important guys on that roster. And then, yes, the Chargers did host a couple of tight ends, McAllen Castles from Tennessee and TCU's Jared Wiley as well. So yeah, they're doing their homework on those tight end class, and yeah, those guys I haven't seen picked in mocks and stuff, so these guys could be undrafted. So we'll see where that ends up going for the LA Chargers. And I did a hypothetical as of right now if both LeBron and Steph Curry were traded and playing on opposite sides, which team would be better? Because as of right now, they're basically like in the same spot, 9 and 10 in the West playoffs. But I don't know. I kind of still think it would be pretty similar because they both have been kind of the only healthier players on both sides, and everyone else has kind of stunk up or been injured around them. So I don't know. I know Curry is a little bit younger, but he seems like he's going to be retiring closer to when LeBron retires compared to how long after LeBron has been playing for 20 something years, 20 seasons. So yeah, I don't know. It was a interesting hypothetical, but I still kind of think both teams would be in a pretty same crap spot as they are. Thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.